Labor Day.
Hey folks, how you doing out there? I hope everybody is having a really good Labor Day weekend. Well, we got some fish coming in the boat. I'm Jim from Carolina Outdoor Adventures TV, and today myself and pro staffer Bo Winkler and also co-host Shane Cannon's in the front of the boat driving, and we're up here in what we call the mud hole. You've seen us fish in this area before, so um, we're up here crappie fishing, and we're going to catch some brim today. And it's a really nice, comfortable day up here. It's probably about, I don't know, 75 degrees, but the temperature is absolutely perfect compared to what we've had in North Carolina. If I turn around here in the back, you can see we got a bunch of cloud cover there. It was raining earlier this morning, and then it quit. And then we just got a light breeze coming out of the west here, and it's really comfortable. But I'm going to let this run a little bit and see if we can't get a few fish on camera here this morning. I hope everybody's safe out there this holiday weekend. We just decided to get away here on Monday and come up here and fish. It just seemed like it was the better day. And hopefully these guys will come through. They've been catching some nice ones. We started off here earlier and we didn't get them on camera because the minute we got in the boat, everybody just jumped right in the boat here and they started fishing, and they caught some really nice largemouth bass to start off this morning, and a couple of nice crappie. And before I could even get the camera together and get it going, but now they're not catching much at all, so it serves them right. I think I've caught one crappie so far, but big deal. But Shane's out there, and we're throwing some small crankbaits, and also we're throwing little flip-tailed jigs. I probably don't have one close here to show you, but you got one down there, Bo? There's one, yeah. We're throwing a lot of little flip-tailed jigs and stuff like this one right here. Different color combinations. Shane, what did you tell me? A pink one, a white one? What you using?
Oh, flat with a purple tail.
A white with a purple tail is what Shane's been using on this rod right here. If you can see it, he's actually trolling a rod, and he's been doing really well on that one. We got a gentleman down in front of us here in a kayak somewhere. Where is he? I guess he's right there. And so we're working our way here through this lake. Back here earlier, I would say last week, you got some serious flooding on this lake. And you probably can't see it with this camera. Well, you might be able to. There's a trash line over there. Okay. And what happens is the river got up really high. And any of you guys that live in the southeast out there, you know the serious flooding we've had, especially last week and then the week before. And all the trash from up above us up here in the river washed down off from the shoreline. It didn't matter. Shane was up here last week and he said there were propane tanks. There was all kinds of stuff floating in the water. So anyhow, but it's cleared up a lot. Trash line seems to be over here right now. If you look right over here, there's a refrigerator floating in the water right there. That's the refrigerator. Might be a good piece of structure. Might be a bass on that. But anyways, come on, guys. Let's step it up now. Your audience is waiting out here.
We're doing all we can do.
Doing all we can do. Shane come up here. When was it? Last weekend, Shane?
Yeah.
Last weekend, and really did well. But a lot of you guys know that might be here today and come up tomorrow, and the fish might not be biting at all. So right now we're using artificials, like I said, and crankbaits. Later on, we're going to get out, and what we're going to do is we're going to troll here with some planer boards. I've got some small crappie planer boards right here, and we're going to troll with crankbaits. And yeah, here's a small crankbaits right here. Thank you, Bo. And you can see them. That's what Bo's been catching his bass on. And that thing probably is not what, maybe an ounce, maybe if I don't even think it's an ounce, maybe less than a quarter ounce. But they're just little miniature crankbaits, and he's been doing really good catching bass on them. So well, that was down here. Now it seems like we moved further up in the river. We're not catching any fish. So we're going to pay attention. We're going to fish this area. This is usually a good area right here that Shane fishes. Usually, when I was here with him a few weeks ago, we caught a lot of crappie in here. So we'll see if we can get anything out of here. If not, we got to pay attention, like always, when you're out here, doing stuff, fishing. We may be better going down this way toward the dam, because back here it just doesn't seem like I think the water is shallower, and I think they're down in the deeper water. But we're going to give these guys a few more minutes here and give them a chance, and we're getting into a good area. This place has got a fantastic, I can't zoom in, but a fantastic waterfall down here. And it's a really beautiful, beautiful place. But anyways, Shane's doing better actually with his trolling rods. There we go. There we go. Shane's doing better with his trolling rods than anything. There's a good crappie. Where are you at, Shane? There you are. Okay. I'm working this thing backwards, so it's not like looking through a viewfinder on the camera. So, but there's a pretty good one there. Look at that. Whoop, there you are. That's a nice crappie. We're probably going to end up catching a few out here, and we'll just see how we do, and we'll keep on rolling here a little bit, burning up some megabytes, and just see if we can't get a few more fish on for you. I'd say it's probably about 75 degrees, partly cloudy right now. The water, if you can see the water, it's fairly clean. It wasn't even muddy when Shane was up here. When he was up here, they had to fish. They couldn't fish any more than like 100 yards down the lake, and they had to stay extremely close to shore because of the trash and all the trash in the water. But they caught a lot of fish, and even in that day, he told me, he said that even the water clarity was good then. So, and you can see it's not stained, it's not very red at all. So the water maintains a pretty good clarity here. Oh, here we go. I don't know. It might be a hang up. Yeah, whatever it was, it got off. Yeah, it was a fish. It was a pretty good one too. It was a good one. All right, well, put it back out and try again. That's all you can do. What's that, Shane?
It was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But
I keep on come off fast.
we've got some live bait here today also. I don't know if we'll go to the live bait. We probably will this afternoon. Here you go, Bo. Oh, Bo's got a small bass. Really small, but that's okay.
From Bo.
At least we're catching something. So the ones that he caught earlier today were about 3 or 4 times that size. But we're not gonna brag on him too much, Bo.
No, not that. I'm gonna catch his mama.
Okay. We can see we're fishing pretty close to the shore here. You see that trash line just ahead of Shane up there? There's everything you can imagine in that thing. Yeah, and what happened is the water in these rivers and creeks up here in Tennessee, there, Shane's got another one. The water in these rivers and creeks, that's not too bad. Got so high and got so deep, it was washing everything from people's houses and businesses into the river, and it had no place else to come but down here and just pile up. And it's going to take a while before this gets cleaned up in here. So this is not where somebody just came down here and threw a bunch of junk in the lake. This is just where the floodwaters carried stuff down from people's homes. Shane's been up there working in Tennessee up there, and he says, it's washed people's houses right off the foundation up there. So it was a really bad situation. Matter of fact, I saw Ricky Schroeder from the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know if some of you ever watched that show or not, but he was on doing a news interview here a few days back. He lives up in the Tennessee area, and it showed picture of General Lee sitting about 25 feet up in a tree where the water level had got that high and then it had carried it up there. I say 25 feet. It may have been 10 or 15, but I'll tell you, it was really pretty something to see to carry a car up that high. So it must have been a lot of high water.
I seen YouTube on it, and it fell out of the tree and landed on his top.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but what else? What else did you see hanging in trees, Shane? Oh, brand new trucks and cars hanging in trees up there. So, a lot of destruction, and the remnants of the destruction is what we're fishing in. And since I've been gabbing here, Shane's caught what 2 or 3 fish, and Bo's caught one. We've caught some big ones, but it's not like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were here. Now, like I said, last week Shane was here and he did extremely well in all the trash that was in the water. So we'll give it here a few more minutes, but I'll do another live stream later on. I'll probably do one here when we start getting out the planer boards, and we're going to troll around with the planer boards with jigs and crankbaits and see if we can't get some fish that way. And that's a real productive way to fish, to hook on a small planer board onto your rod and your line and just troll up and down the shoreline, especially for crappie. It's a real productive way to catch them. But we're going to put on some live bait here later on, and we'll catch some nice catfish. We haven't got the shows done from earlier yet that when we were here, but we've caught some really nice catfish out of here. So we'll definitely do the live bait thing here in a little bit, and maybe I'll even get a chance to get out here and fish. Right now I'm just being cameraman right now, and we're taking it easy and relaxing. It sure is a beautiful day. I hope wherever you guys are, if you're out there vacationing right now, and you're probably going to be getting ready to head on home here and head to work here tomorrow, but I hope you're having really nice weather like we are here. This is really cool. How much further up you think you're gonna go, Shane?
Oh, it's getting really shallow.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna cut this short, and we'll be back here later on. It's gonna get shallow, he says, and we're probably gonna turn around and head back down that way, and we will get back to you later on. We get a few more fish, and we're doing a different technique. So thanks to everybody that's tuned in and watching us. I see we got people both on Facebook and on YouTube watching us right now. So we'll get off from here. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back maybe in an hour or so. I'm Jim Carr, and coming to you from what we call the mud hole up here in whoop, I felt the boat jerk. I think Shane was getting ready to get another one. This is what we call the mud hole up here in the mountains of North Carolina. So we'll catch you back in just a little bit, folks. Thanks for tuning in.